Good afternoon, Southwest Missouri, or should I say it's about good evening, in the world, in America. Okay, here's what we know so far. Okay, that deal, remember I told you about invading Venezuela? Yeah. Okay, there's a lot of reasons for this. Okay, we're finding out there's multiple reasons. Okay, second, you remember way back in, I think I told you in the previous video, that remember when El Chapo and his family were allowed it? The Cartel anyway, one of them, which is the El Chapo family. They brought them in there. Trump is literally trying to set up take over the drug system in this part of the world, in this hemisphere. Serious. I'm not joking. Because he just continues, this will be with this former Honduran president that worked directly with the Sonoma Cartel. Okay, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. El Chapo's gang family. He literally going to pardon him so he can go run for president, take over the country again, and they can literally because his nickname is the Highway, because he literally created a smuggling system to get all the way to the United States from Honduras. Because that's just the end point. If they take that over, they can take over Mexico and everything else, because there's only two strong, really cartels in there. Okay? And he's going to use our military to do it with, and put himself in the business, because he is a druggie. We've told you that. He used to do cocaine like you wouldn't believe, and he does what they call Adderall. That's what he's addicted to now. He does that. But they have to watch it because his health ain't doing very good. He ain't going to be around this whole world very long. But seriously, that's what the frick he's doing. He is literally setting up shop with these guys so that they can literally come in. And the thing that you got to remember, people, when they bring that all in and all the jobs and all that shit go away, where's the money in this country? With what he steals, what they get going to turn over, and everybody's into drug addicts. Who's going to do the work, people? Again, they want to turn us into what's like down in some countries in South America and everything else. Yeah, there's billions, if not trillions of dollars going on because they want the oil, they want the drug trade, because that's what Trump wants. For the oil people to have the oil, he gets the cocaine, and he gets the drug trade. Yeah, seriously, he's getting a guy that's got 45 years in prison, going to let this guy out. Okay, he had another one that was the worst drug trafficker in the history of the United States, drug trafficking, and in this hemisphere. Trump turned him loose when they gave his family gave him $1 million. Yeah, that's what we know. Okay, and he's literally trying to solidify that he wants to be the king crime pin guy in the whole world, at least in this hemisphere, as well as president. We have a corrupt president who is a Russian asset running the country. And he's a drug dealer, and he wants to be a drug kingpin. He adores those people. Okay? But he don't have the guts to kill them himself. He'll never make his bones. He'll make other people make his bones for him. But Trump's never made his bones. As they say in the mafia world, in the criminal world. Yeah. They say in the criminal world. Yeah. And what we find is we're in trouble. Okay. Again, you need to go to, it's called shopredbag.com and buy through that. Small businesses, black businesses, minority business. Do that. Let's lock out Walmart and all these other companies. Through that site, they're giving free shipping. So please go there and do that. Okay, getting back to what we're saying. And we already know that they've committed war crimes. Period. If they're saying it's a war, even by their standards, saying it's a war, they committed war crimes. They committed human atrocities. Okay? We know of children that are being starved in these detention camps, these concentration camps. Children are being starved. We've already had children go with renal failure because they couldn't get enough water or enough food. That's a fact. There's no disputing that. Okay? And remember, we still never recovered all the parents and matched them all up from the last deal time that Trump was in when he separated children from their parents. I'm telling you, people, this is nothing but a drug operation rolled inside of a pedophile operation, inside of a intelligence operation, inside of a coup, inside of a drug operation. And literally, I mean, it's literally all at the same time. These people have just literally got together, and they're literally going to push their agenda and take over the frickin' world. I'm not joking. Israel's part of this problem. Okay? Israel, the friend of our friend is now our enemy. That's Israel. Okay, they've made themselves the enemy. They're working with Trump and everything, but they're doing all illegal shit. They literally killed 2 Palestinians on camera that were actually surrendering today. Yeah. These were kids surrendering. Teenage kids surrendering. They were on their knees and raised their hands and raised their t-shirt to show them they had no guns. And they were killed outright doing nothing other than surrendering. They were given the order no quarter. That's an illegal order. That's a human rights violation. That hasn't been that way since, I think, it's either 1878 or 1899, I think. I can't remember exactly, but somewhere in those years is when they did away with that. Because no quarter means they just kill everybody, women, children, whatever. It doesn't matter what they're doing. If they've got a gun, they don't have a gun. They just kill everybody. Okay? That's what Russia's doing. That's what the United States is doing. They're just war criminals. Period. Okay? Also, there's a blackout protest. Don't buy from the major companies, corporations, and shit. Don't do business with them. Look for them small business, like I told you, through shopredbag.com. Go through that. Start doing that. Show them with your money. Don't buy their shit. Okay? Spend your money elsewhere. I don't in my area, because I live in a rural area, I only go to Walmart if I cannot get it anywhere, and because of my health issues, I sometimes have to go there because I can't get it anywhere else, or I can't get it in time when I need it. That's it. I mean, I don't shop there. I don't go to McDonald's. Only place I shop anymore for is food. I go to local places, and I'll go to Wendy's because I like their chili, and that's all we buy at Wendy's. I don't buy anything else because I like their chili. It's a quick, easy, cheap meal to eat, and so I can get away with it with a cup or two of chili a week because I'm not supposed to have beef and stuff and pork, but I can get away with that once or twice a week. You know, if I eat just one large cup, which they're not big anymore, not near as big as what they used to be. But no. There's a boycott on. It's called blackout. Okay? Start respecting that. Okay? Let's start putting these corporations on notice. We're not taking this shit no more, people. Because I don't want to have to take up weapons against my country. I truly don't. But there may come a time that we may have to. Remember the movie with Patrick Swayze where the Russians landed? All that shit? Well, they're here. It's just that the MAGA are the Russians. Trump is the Russians. We've already showed you and told you to establish how long he's been with them. His own words tell you how long he's been with the Russians. He's been with the Russians since the 80s. Early 80s. Okay? And he's getting more and more dementia that is just unreal. He can't hardly walk half the time anymore. He's having mini strokes. You can tell it in his face. He can't remember shit and just gets mad and calls women and reporters names. Said, people, you need to wake the fuck up. It's important. Time is getting close. Okay? Like I said, I'm waiting. He's already sending 500 more National Guard out in D.C. I'm waiting when the moment comes when he's going to turn them on us. That's why all those 6 Democrats and those veterans are telling them to disobey unlawful orders because it's against the Constitution. They cannot turn the military on us, period. That's what the Constitution said. Doesn't mean we've already seen him violate the Constitution. We're not in a constitutional crisis. We're in a full-blown coup. Okay, people? This is a coup. This is what it looks like. It's a slow-moving coup, but it's moving faster than you think it is. Because you people were willing to suffer comfort to give up all your data, all your information, and let the corporations lead you around by the nose. That's you, people. That's you. Okay? It's... Like I said, I only have one pay channel that I pay now through my Roku anymore. I don't buy any other channels anymore. I only watch the good local channels, and most of them around in my area are not good. They're all right-wing TV stations, and so you're lucky if you get real news out of them anymore. And they rewrite the stories when they do the real stuff that it doesn't even sound like the same deal if you were there. They're soft peddling, they're soft soaping at what's going on. And people, you all better wake up. I'm serious. Get your head out of your ass and quit using it for a butt plug. Okay? And with that, I'm going to let that go. I'll talk to y'all later.